Hey, how you guys doing? I have a very special and important guest on my program, and she's the very first female editor I've ever met in my life. She's the legendary one and only Barbara Friedlander. How you doing, Barbara?
I'm doing great. It's nice to be with you.
Thank you for being here. So, you told me a little bit about your story in person, but I want you to tell the audience, my audience, how did you get your start with comics?
I got my start in comics when I was about 19 years old. I was working at DC Comics in their clerical department, and I happened to write a few stories, and one of the editors liked them. And that's how I got involved on the other side of DC Comics. I wrote romance stories, and I started Scooter, which is my baby. Woman ever to create a character. And that's that character. He ran for about 75 issues.
So, how come the editors of DC Comics had you primarily work on romance books?
Because I was hired in the romance department. I was an Archie girl, I was a date with Betty and Veronica girl, Millie the model. I was not really into Superman or Batman. So I was very comfortable with romance because that's something I knew about.
That's cool. That's cool. So, was there ever an assignment that was really difficult for you to write about?
Yes, it was very difficult when they said, Barbara, create a character. We want somebody specifically for young girls. And that was difficult. I'd never done that before. Most of the stuff that I did at DC Comics, I'd never done before.
Okay. All right. Since you no longer work for DC Comics, what are you up to these days? Are you still writing? Are you writing romance novels now?
I'm now involved with a couple of wonderful artists, and I have written about 4 or 5 stories, romance stories, and I hope to see the book published within the next year.
Do you have any plans to turn your romance novels into full-blown movie productions?
Great. That would be super duper. I'd love to do that. Anybody out there who's listening, you want to see a romance novel turned into what he just said, all for it. I'm here. I write. I'd love to do it.
Okay. So, Barbara, here's one more question I have to ask. If anybody wants to reach you for work, what's the best way for them to contact you?
Scootercomics at gmail.com.
Well, you heard what the lady said. If you want to reach out to her to give her some work, scootercomics at gmail.com. Barbara, thank you so much for your time. Keep kicking ass and taking no prisoners.
Stay well, stay happy.
That's a wrap, guys. Until next time. Bye-bye.